Over 5 years ago, Noor and her all-female co-founders started ProjectCeCe, a web platform that connects sustainable fashion brands to highly conscious consumers. Today, ProjectCeCe is a successful company, but the journey to get here was long and often pretty challenging. Building a startup is hard enough, but how do you do it sustainably? Let us know in the comments what inspired you about their climate story. My name is Rishad Mehta, and this is ClimateStory Episode 9, ProjectCeCe.
I'm Noor Veenhoven. I'm one of the co-founders of ProjectCeCe, located in Amsterdam, although we are quite a remote company. ProjectCeCe is a search engine for fair and sustainable fashion, a place where everybody can find clothing that matches their style and values by collecting the products of now more than 300 web shops all on one website. So we started ProjectCeCe when we were students at the University of Amsterdam, but fashion was really a big problem because, you don't really know where to shop. Secondhand is a little bit of an option, but it was not that big back then. And I think if I just take all these products, put them all on one website, that would solve the problem for me. So we just started building without a business plan. A year later, we went online, and it turned out that a lot of other people were also having this problem. Actually, the dress I'm wearing is from UOT Fairworks. They're a German brand. They produce everything in India, and they have a very close connection to all the people they work with. Today we're visiting Brand Mission, a store in Amsterdam. They've been one of our first partners that we had on board. They're really front runners when it comes to sustainable fashion. They've been one of the first sustainable fashion stores in the Netherlands. So this is Brand Mission. It's one of my favorite shops, especially in Amsterdam, because it's quite nearby, and it's also one of the stores that has been on ProjectCeCe for a really long time. They feature a lot of my favorite brands, like you can see here, all the Vega shoes. I think that's one of the most known sustainable brands, especially when it comes to sneakers. They produce very ethically. Another brand that I really love is Mayhem. It's a very Dutch brand. They sell raincoats, which is of course super important in the Netherlands. But the best part is that they have this zipper that you zip all the way up, and then you can put it over your steering wheel while you're biking, which is super important in the Netherlands. And of course it's made of recycled materials and also produced completely sustainably. A lot of this stuff is just really great, and you can, in most cities, they have these beautiful kind of fashion stores now. And if they don't have them, they often also have some second-hand and vintage stores, but it's usually, of course, better than new fast fashion. How big the impact of fast fashion is on the environment is pretty hard, I think, to measure because it's on so many aspects. I think for CO2 emissions, it's 8% of the total global emissions. But there's just a lot of more things that you need to watch out for, such as water pollution is a really big one, pesticide use. Cotton is the crop that uses most insecticides than anything in the world. Really bad for the ground. It really poisons the ground, so that's really awful. And then you have the amount of waste it creates. You have these enormous clothing mountains, and it's not biodegradable. So it's just, you have all these different facets of the fashion industry that are all bad. So we actually had the last 6 months, a lot of brands quit. It was horrible because they just couldn't get their collections made in time because of lockdowns. They also just couldn't sell anything anymore because the stores were closed, and people are just not buying anything. Jeans sales plummeted because people are just wearing joggers all the time, I think. When it comes to jeans, the Netherlands is really the place to be because we have Cece. Here's also Nudie jeans. And I think they probably also have Kings of Indigo and maybe also Mud jeans, all amazing jeans. And what you can look at in sustainable brands. And here you see immediately the 100% GOTS certified organic cotton. So then you know it's certified, it's great. Also in factories that you know that everything is done just right. So that's really good. Future, I believe in, for fashion, it would be very much that we can create a world where you don't need a ProjectCeCe because everything is just sustainably made and by people that treat it well and just get fair wages. And yeah, as for the rest of the world, like I really hope we will solve climate change because it's becoming more dire and I don't do well with heat. Yeah, that's something I'm a little bit terrified of. It feels like you're sitting in this burning room and you're just like, yeah, we're just moving on. So yeah, I hope we will solve that. I do believe we can still do that, even though it might take a little bit of horrible things to happen first. I think as humanity, we can actually reach a point where we will solve all these problems, either be it with technology or just, I don't know, being better people. And yeah, I really believe that we can make that happen. This is our climate story.
Thank you.